Hi, this is the evening of day 6 of General Convention, Monday night, and I'm very happy to report to you about what happened today. There was a lot of different things going on, but two things of substance as it reflects to the future are worthy of being included in this report. One was in the House of Deputies. There is a resolution, B012, that has made an effort to try to create space for people who are both for and against the question of gay marriage. What the resolution, it's been through a number of different changes, has proposed is that gay marriage should be allowed in every diocese. However, we recognize, now this is sort of my summation, we recognize there are bishops who cannot support it. And so what the bishops are encouraged to do is to provide some kind of pastoral oversight from another bishop for a congregation that is interested in having gay marriages in their congregation. That has been fought back and forth. We've had a couple of days of debate about that. The bishop provision has been removed. It has been added back. The version that passed today in the House of Deputies allows for bishops to make that kind of generous pastoral oversight to a congregation that would like to perform gay marriages. That resolution will now be going past, and if passed by a pretty wide margin, will now be going to the House of Bishops. We'll see what House of Bishops does to it. The other thing that happened today was the resolution of prayer book revision came to the House of Bishops. It had passed in House of Deputies a couple of days earlier by about a 60-40 margin, 60% supporting, 40% saying no. Well, what happened in the House of Bishops was a long debate. In fact, it went much longer than anybody ever anticipated, with various bishops standing up and giving their perspectives. It was and the gallery was packed with people who had come to see that conversation. Among the number of people who came to the microphone, no more than perhaps 3% of those who came up to the microphone actually supported prayer book revision. There were some who tried to chart a middle course and say, I am not for the renovation of the prayer book, but I am for liturgical revision. In other words, trying to create supplemental rights. The resolution that came to the House of Bishops was a hodgepodge, clearly something that had been crafted on the floor of the House of Deputies with really conflicting amendments in it, so there was no sort of coherent theological vision. But the main concerns that were expressed by deputies was really twofold. One had to do with the price tag. In this particular next 3-year period, triennium, what is presently budgeted for the development of a new prayer book is over almost $2 million. And the projection in today's money, which means it would be more with inflation, it would cost at least that much over the next 3 triennium. In other words, we really are looking at a price tag somewhere in the neighborhood of $10 million. And there were a lot of people who said, well, as one bishop said, this feels like classic avoidance behavior. When we've been given a charge to mission and evangelism, where are we going to spend our money instead? We're going to be spending our money on prayer books. And guess what? What will we have? We will have, and this is Bishop Robert Wright of Atlanta, we will have shiny new prayer books in buildings that are empty. So there was a lot of concern about the price tag and, in essence, the misspending of funds. There were also other people who articulated a fairly high level of distrust around the fact that you have an aging group of members of the Standing Liturgical Commission who in 10 years will probably have none of those people in the Episcopal Church in leadership. They will have long since retired. So especially among young adults, there's the sense of, great, you get to make mistakes for us, or as someone said quite pointedly, it's just another opportunity where boomers are going to screw it up for millennials. So there are those things as well as some genuine concerted effort of saying we're not interested in doing anything liturgically that would put us in conflict with our classic Anglican formularies. as well as concerns about how the prayer book would eventually be translated in a variety of other languages, given the fact that our present translations, both particularly in Spanish and French, are poor. They don't reflect the vernacular of French or Spanish-speaking people. Now, after all of that debate in the House of Bishops, we were pretty much ready to vote. But what the presiding bishop did was said, it's time to end the day, and we will take this up and vote in the morning. So we will see what happens tomorrow morning in terms of where that vote goes, whether it will be similar in the House of Deputies where it passed, or whether or not it will be defeated. Certainly, the number of people who came to the mic across the theological spectrum would indicate that it will be defeated in the House of Bishops, but who knows? Plus, we will also be taking up, probably bishops will in the next day or two, the resolution around allowing access to gay marriages in each diocese. So we're in the thick of it. We are still very much in process. Continue to keep us in your prayers. It's a demanding pace that really does ask the best of us. And your prayers for stamina, for wisdom, and discernment are deeply appreciated. We need them, but God is using us and others in this convention. To God be the glory. And so for all of that, thank you, and I look forward to addressing you tomorrow night.